Hey there, it's Krishanti with Krishanti.com, bringing you weekly videos about psychic development and spiritual and personal growth. So if you love this topic, please subscribe. I do new videos every week. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're really into it, at Krishanti.com, I have all kinds of tools for you to help you learn how to be psychic and to transform yourself in all kinds of different ways. So check out Krishanti.com. And now into the topic, which is about personal growth and transformation. And that is what it looks like when you're on the path of sort of shaping and molding yourself into a better person or a better version of who you are. A lot of the path of growth tends to focus on healing wounds from the past and healing and forgiving people who have hurt us and understanding why we went through certain things and seeing where we have patterns and stopping those patterns and kind of moving into a place in life that's easier and more graceful, where we're more authentic versions of ourselves. And what I think is very important and should not be overlooked is seeing where we're flawed and working to adjust that. And that can be difficult because not a lot of us like to think about the aspects of ourselves that are unpleasant. But it's such a wonderful place to start out, to transform. And again, I can even sense how so many people are going to be like, oh God, like I really don't want to have to do that. Do I absolutely need to? Is it important? Well, here's an example of how it can work for you. What I've noticed, and the first person who really brought it up and it really hit home was an energy healer that I worked with for a while. He's wonderful. And he's like, you're like pushing, like you're always like, and I laughed because it's like, well, actually he's right. But then I started to think about it more, and I actually go through life making things harder for myself than I need to. I feel like I have to do everything. I have to do it in a harder way. It's like I don't embrace the fact that things can be easy. It's like as if I'm expecting everything to be difficult, and I make it harder for myself. And that makes me more stressed and not pleasant sometimes. And I also am starting to notice that I've sort of like created a chip on my shoulder. Like, I always have to work so hard. And why is it so hard? And you know what I mean? It's too much force, where I'm a Pisces, so I should be flowing and I love daydreaming and being relaxed, What I've started doing to shift that is to really be mindful of like, do I really need to do this? Or can I do something? Can I delegate that to someone else? A classic example is my son is 8 years old now. And I don't have to wait on him hand and foot. He can get up and he can go to the fridge and he can get his own glass of sparkling water. He's addicted to sparkling water. I can ask him, hey, Ivan, like, can you open the blinds over there? Like, can you go do that? And these little things, it gives him something to do, and he's building confidence. And it also gives me a little bit of reprieve. Like he's not a 2-year-old baby that I have to do everything for. He can do it himself. And just asking for help, like asking other people to help me when I need help. It's different, but I'm learning to sort of figure it out. And if you can think of a way that you're either making your life difficult for yourself or a way that you're doing things that's not in your best interest, sort of taking that and tackling it and then sort of easing it out, sort of breaking down the hardness of it, so to speak, and shifting how you do things might make life easier. So, but I kind of was speaking about that specifically to my issue that I'm working on now. But if there are other things that you notice and traits or ways of thinking, I mean, I personally also have thought patterns that I'm shifting. I was contemplating on this the other day. From the moment of my inception or conception really in Earth, I was in a dangerous environment. my mom found out that she had cancer and that she was pregnant the same day. So when I was growing, the cancer was growing from the minute I was in here, not the minute I was born, the minute I was growing in her womb in an environment of cancer. She had it in the lymph nodes. It was Hodgkin's disease. So, so I have a tendency also to have a lot of fear and a lot of like, like when's the other shoe? Like it's always like, what, like, okay, let's look at the dark side of things. You know what I mean? And then working to shift that and to ease into it more. Enough of me airing my dirty laundry. If there are things that you're working on, or you can think of ways that you might like to shift things, maybe you don't want to put that in the comments below because I know it's so private. But anything you can think about that's relevant to this, would love to hear from you. And along those lines too, let me know what you want me to talk about. The whole point of me being here every week and making videos is to make videos for you. And I want to cover what you're interested in. So do me a solid and let me know what to make for you. And good luck with your path. I think working on ourselves too, it's fun and it's something to do. I mean, imagine if you're going through your whole life and thinking you were perfect and you didn't need to do anything. I mean, maybe that would be easy. Maybe working on ourselves is us just complicating things. But now I'm rambling. But if you don't have humor, my God, life is no fun. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.